everyone, and welcome to today's video. This is a products I no longer buy type of video. I've seen this around YouTube lately. I'll link a couple of channels where I've seen this, but this is kind of a tag where you discuss products that you used to purchase. Maybe you love them, maybe it was just a habit of purchasing them, but you no longer do so. Now, there are a lot of products that I used to purchase a ton of, but I grabbed like a handful of them to share with you. And this doesn't mean that I'll never purchase them again. It just means that I'm consciously trying to get away from purchasing these for one reason or another. But let's get into the products. The first one I have for you is from Bath & Body Works. It is one of their body creams. I used to purchase a lot of these and different scents. Every time they got a new scent, I purchased it if it appealed to me. But I've come to the conclusion that I never go through these things. And I get kind of tired of the body cream scents really fast. And my skin is more of the sensitive side, so I probably should only use unscented ones to begin with. But that's one thing that I'm consciously trying not to purchase anymore, is these kind of scented body creams from Bath & Body Works type of stores. Another product that I no longer purchase that much, and this just happens to be from Bath & Body Works, but this is their fragrance mist body spray type of products. This one is Tutti Dolce. You can see I barely used it even, and it's got to be quite old. I feel like it is turning, or even the bottle looks yellowish. So I've definitely had it for a while and I haven't used it as much. But this is the same kind as those kind of body creams I used to purchase because I saw a scent that I liked. Then I used a couple of times and then I forgot about it. So there's really no point in me purchasing these since I won't be using them, and I really rarely use body sprays to begin with. If I do use one, it's usually the type for my hair, not as much for my body. I have perfumes that I prefer over the body mist, so I should just no longer purchase these, and I'm going to make another conscious effort not to. Another spray type of product is facial sprays. This one is from Mario Badescu, and it is the facial spray with aloe, cucumber, and green tea. I used to love these things, and I used to spritz them on my face until I learned of the high alcohol content in these and realized they may not be so good for my skin after all. So these days, I rarely use these. I have a couple of extras. I've been using them when I do makeup to kind of rinse my hands if I am not going to stand up. And I found a use for them, but I no longer use them as facial sprays. And I rarely use a setting spray either. Only if I have like a really powdery look, I use a setting spray on my face, or maybe if I need my eye makeup or face makeup to last a lot longer than usual, I might use one. But in general, I just no longer use these facial sprays. To be honest, I think essences have kind of taken their place, and I do use Essence a lot, so I am making a conscious effort to no longer purchase facial sprays. Another product that I rarely use and they just go bad before I finish them are these wash off face masks. I have one that I got from a Ipsy bag here, a Hava hydration cream mask. There's nothing wrong with cream masks or any sort of wash off masks. I just rarely use them, and if I do, I should definitely only purchase like a travel or mini size. I never go through these entire bottles. They definitely go bad before I finish them up. So that's another thing that I'm going to consciously make an effort not to purchase, is full size wash off face masks. Another face product that often goes bad before I finish it are pore minimizing primers. Now, I only use these in certain parts of my skin where I have large pores. I don't have them everywhere, and I tend to never run out of these, so I end up having to discard them because they went bad. So instead of purchasing full-size pore minimizing primers, I'm going to stick with purchasing only travel or mini size ones, because I do use these. I just don't go through the entire thing ever. And I feel like it's environmentally conscious also to purchase only what you're going to use, because there's so much going to waste as it is. So another conscious effort not to buy full size pore minimizing primers. Another primer type that I end up having to throw away because I don't use the entire thing is illuminating primers. I also don't use these all over my skin. I use them on specific areas, and to be honest, I feel like most of my foundations cover the illuminating primer, so I don't even see much of a difference. I usually mix like a few drops of them in the actual foundation in order to get the illuminating effect, but using these alone, like, I just don't go through the entire bottle ever, and I feel like I always end up throwing away the rest because it's so old and I never went through it. So the same thing with pore minimizing. I shouldn't be purchasing full size of these illuminating primers, so I'm going to make a conscious effort not to. The one I had here is Physicians Formula Spotlight Illuminating Primer. It's pretty nice. It's definitely an affordable alternative. It works just as well as the one from Becca. I've had both. If you're looking for this type of product, this one is definitely a decent one. And kind of tying into the illuminating primer, I no longer purchase liquid highlighters. I just don't use them enough. I prefer a cream or powder highlighter over liquid one. To be honest, I have a couple of Cover FX ones that I do like and I'm going to hold on, but those are exceptions rather than the rule. I have a ton of these Hello Halo from Wet n Wild that I rarely used, and I feel like they're all going bad. Actually, I should probably do a declutter soon to see what I have, but honestly, I just don't use these, and even if I do, it's only for a little bit. So if they do sell them in mini or travel size, I definitely get them, but I prefer cream or powder, so I'm going to make a conscious effort not to purchase liquid highlighters anymore. Another product that I've tried to make work for me are kind of these liquid liners in jars, and this one is from e.l.f. It's just in the shade black. This is super old. I don't even know if anything would come out of these, but I've tried to use these because I've seen the really good results other people have gotten from using these kind of liquid eyeliners, but mine never end up being as nice as the ones I see, and I prefer a brush tip. Just prefer my NYX's Epic ink liner over these, so I don't know why I keep purchasing them. I never end up using them. They dry out and I have to throw them away, so I'm going to make a conscious effort not to purchase liquid eyeliners in a jar anymore. And I just opened this e.l.f. one, and honestly, I've made like a tiny little dent in it. This is so wasteful. I definitely need to get away from this habit. Another type of makeup product, and I know there's several different kinds, are kind of these Stickform makeup products, such as this chubby stick from Clinique. This is shadow tint for eyes. I also am going to make a conscious effort not to purchase foundation sticks. Stickform just isn't for me. I don't like using these on my eyes. I don't like using foundation sticks on my face. I have dry skin. They're often just too dry or mattifying for my skin type, so I just don't use them, nor do I enjoy them. Now, there is one exception. I have like one bronzer stick that I have, but that is again more of an exception to the rule than the rule, so I'm going to make a conscious effort not to purchase Stickform makeup since I just never end up using it. Another product type that I am going to make a conscious effort not to buy as much, at least if not at all, are pressed and loose powders. I have dry skin, so I'm not quite sure why I've accumulated such a sizable powder collection. I rarely use these. I do set my face on some parts, like my forehead, sometimes maybe my cheeks if I'm going to be using a lot of blush, just to prep my skin for that. But I don't use setting powder all over my face. I do not need mattifying products. I have dry skin, so I'm not entirely sure why I've purchased so many. And this one I personally do not like this much. It kind of leaves this white cast. It is Milani Prep Set and Go, so I don't even know why I purchased this in the first place. The only thing that I can see it doing is mattifying, really, and that's not something I need to do. So I do use powders, but I'm going to make a conscious effort not to buy as many. Basically, I think I should only purchase one whenever I ran out of something, because I don't use them so often. And also any potted lip balms. Another product that I shouldn't be purchasing anymore is like tiny potted scrubs. I have two here. I have Milani's Keep It a Sweet Sugar Lip Scrub, and then I have from Essence Honey Care Smoothing Nail and Cuticle Scrub. And this one I have used quite a bit, but I just in general, I don't like these kind of potted products. I definitely don't like the lip ones. I don't like getting it out of there, and it's messy, and I don't like putting lip balm with my fingers. I prefer some sort of applicator stick or something. I don't want to grab something from a pot like this. And I definitely don't need nail and cuticle scrub. I don't even know how I used it as much as I did. It doesn't seem like a product that I do need, but I don't need the lip scrubs either. I can do the same kind of scrubbing motion with a washcloth. I definitely am going to make a conscious effort not to buy potted lip scrubs or any sort of scrubs, and also any potted lip balms. Another item, and this is kind of a weird one, but bear with me, is single eyeshadows that are not depottable. I have just one here from Flormar. This is their pretty single eyeshadow in the shade dark gray. There's nothing wrong with this shade. There's nothing wrong with this formula. I don't gravitate towards these single eyeshadows that are individually packaged, that I cannot depot easily and add to a palette or magnetic palette of my own. I simply just accumulate a pile of them. I have like a little makeup bag full of these, and I know some of them are samples from Ipsy, which I never choose myself, but I definitely am going to make a conscious effort not to purchase these kind of eyeshadows that I can't depot or are in containers, bulky containers that I end up never using. So even though I will be purchasing single eyeshadows, obviously still I'm going to make a conscious effort to choose ones that are depottable or I can add too easily to a magnetic palette. And the last item I have for you guys is just random, the item itself. It is from Femme Couture, which is a Sally Beauty Supply brand. First of all, I've never come across a eyeshadow from them that I've really liked, but the reason why I added this is because I need to stop purchasing stuff that I see on sale that I don't specifically need. This is just an example of a product that I saw on sale, and then I was like, oh, it's only a couple dollars, I'm gonna get it. I need to stop that. I need to think, do I need this product? Even if it is just $1 or $2, I do not need to purchase it unless I specifically need that kind of product. And eyeshadows, let me tell you, I don't need a single eyeshadow more. I have too many. So I need to stop purchasing things that I see on sale unless I specifically need that product. But sometimes I'm guilty of going to Ulta's sales section and just looking, oh, what's in here? And then I'm like, this one looks nice, this one looks nice. And suddenly I have $50 worth of sale items in my shopping bag. And I'm like, this is such a good deal, I'm going to get them all. And I do. And then they come and I never use them. Great, I got a great deal. But it's not really a deal if I never end up using them. So I'm going to make a conscious effort to stay away from the sale page unless I'm looking for something specific. And I have one more product type for you guys. Now I'll put them all here and you can see what the problem is. There's nothing wrong with these products. They're from Catrice and this is their beautifying lip smoother. I don't know if they anymore sell them, but I need to stop purchasing multiple colors of the same product. I probably should stop purchasing lip products altogether. I have way too many, but this is what I need to stop doing. And I definitely feel like I need to make a conscious effort to do so, is only get 1 or 2 shades of the same product. Now I have way more of these. I need to do a lipstick declutter, and once I do, you guys will see it was really bad. I love the formula, but like there's a lot of shades that I never used, like this one. I don't think I ever used this one and it went bad. So I'm going to make a conscious effort and not to purchase multiple shades of a formula that I love. So I need to stop doing that. So these were all the products that I'm going to make a conscious effort to stop purchasing. I know this video started off like as a video of things I no longer purchase, but it's more of a things I should not purchase video for me. I am just an everyday person. I have a way too big of a collection for a person who is not a makeup artist, but just an average consumer. And I need to make a conscious effort, not just, for financial reasons, which definitely should play a part in every decision we make, but for environmental reasons as well. I create too much waste. I need to stop that. I need to make better choices, conscious choices, to make sure that my collection is curated, which I want it to be. And I need to make sure that I am not being wasteful. I do give a lot of products to family and friends that I no longer use. I never throw away anything that is usable. But at the same time, a lot of these products expire before I finish them up. So, like I said, I'm going to make a conscious effort to only purchase products that I need and I know I'll use. I hope you found this video useful and maybe found some inspiration from it. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.